If you're busy and broke but still want to look good, this meal prep is for you. Stop wasting money on takeout. Here is a meal prep that is fast, it's cheap, and it will help you reach your goals. So if you're looking for easy and cheap and affordable meals that are super easy to make, this one is for you. So when I'm prepping my meals, I want to be quick, I want to be efficient, and I want to get it done. I don't have a dishwasher, so also minimal dishes is a win for me. We're going to start with protein because protein takes the longest. This is a boneless, skinless chicken thigh. And you see that white part of the chicken thigh? I am cutting that off. We want to take as much of the leftover skin, any fat, anything like that off of the piece of chicken. If you want to wash this chicken before you use it, baby, you do that, okay? We're not judging here. We're all about just, getting it done.
I want to.
We are going to be using our air fryer. It's just a preference for me. It's really easy and the cleanup is minimal and I can do multiple things and it doesn't heat up my house. So there's just the Ninja air fryer. You can use whatever air fryer you want. And you put it onto 375 and I throw my chicken in for 20 minutes. I season it with a lot of lemon pepper. You can season it with whatever you like. I just find that it tastes good and it's really easy. Again, we are going for simple and quick and budget friendly. And I feel like all of us can buy a big bulk of lemon pepper and be on our way. And let me tell you something, it doesn't have to be Kinder's. It could be this Tones one from Sam's Club. Okay, so anyways, give your season with your heart. Throw it into the air fryer. Again, 20 minutes. I flip halfway just to ensure that it gets nice and crispy. Reheats like a dream. It's amazing. Now for our other source of protein is going to be salmon. I am doing, this is how I like my salmon to go. I'm not a fishy person. And I only get one serving of salmon a day. So this is how I do it. I take the zest of a lemon. Okay. I like things a little lemony. That's my choice. And I take the zest of a lemon and as you see, and then I take the juice of a lemon and I season it with salt, pepper, and garlic. And then I take fresh dill and I apply that. Now, you could bake this and do it that way. Again, it was really hot when I filmed this, so I wanted to, not have my house be at 3 million degrees. I live in an old house and we have plaster walls and it takes forever to cool down. I take some fresh dill and I just chop that up. Now you'll see I only have 3 pieces. Again, I only get 1 4-ounce serving of this a day. So I don't prep too many. I have individual servings and I can just make more later on in the week. But I go ahead, put it down, face down onto the pan and then let it get real crispy. And then I'm going to flip it. Now, salmon skin is super good for a lot of reasons. It has essential fatty acids in it and stuff like that. I don't eat it. I think that's kind of gross, but you know who does? My dog. So that's who gets it. But it's super simple. I also like the darker meat that's left in the salmon after you remove that skin. To me is the best tasting portion of it. And if you're kind of grossed out by it, don't be. The skin peels right off. You could eat it too if you wanted to. It's just, I'm just not brave enough yet. But you see how that little bit of dark meat's right there? Oh, it's like butter. It's so good. This also reheats like a dream and it's just really great. If you're working, you can take it with you. My kids eat it. The fresh dill really kicks it off. Don't use the spice dill. Get a fresh dill. We're going to our sides, baby. Carbohydrates. We are going to make some rice. This is going to be kind of like a Spanish rice. You do whatever you want to do. I take jasmine rice. If you don't like jasmine rice, baby, you do you. But I take jasmine rice. This particular brand is my favorite. I'm taking 3 cups. If you are not rinsing your rice, what are you doing? I want you to see. They actually cover it with I don't know the coating, but to preserve it, right? You want to rinse that. If you're not rinsing your rice, I guarantee you it's going to blow your mind and your texture after you cook it is going to be completely different. So make sure you keep cleaning that rice until the water strains clean. I'm also a multitasker, so while I'm cooking that rice, I got a pot of boiling water because we made some pasta. Anyways, I'm going to throw my rice into that pan. This is my favorite pan to cook rice in. Throw that pasta in. Multitasking. We are trying to make this quick and easy. No one wants to be standing in the kitchen for 8 hours cooking. Okay, nay. But I would like to cook once and eat a lot throughout the week. That's why we meal prep. So I start making my rice. I am going to take some sazon. Now, you can buy this. I think they even sell this at the Dollar Tree now. This is my favorite way to season the rice. I have 3 cups of rice with 6 cups of water, and I take 3 packets of sazon. If you want to add more, add more. There is MSG in this. Some people find it gives them a little bit of bloat. I do not have any issues with it, but to each its own, okay? This is how I'm doing it. Usually if I do this, like for my family, I would fry the rice in a little bit of oil. I would add some gandules and like pigeon peas. I would do like a sofrito. I would do all that stuff. But I want to keep it flavorful, but keep the calories minimal. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of Knorr chicken bouillon for taste. I take about a tablespoon. Go light and add as you go because it could be a little salty and it could ruin it. All right, so I take it, I'll test the waters, and if I have to add more, I add more. I'm also going to add in a little bit of tomato sauce just to give it a little extra kick. I want it to be super flavorful. That's the key to making this a lifestyle. Food is not punishment, but if you treat your food like you in the county, then obviously you're going to feel like you're an inmate and you're punished, all right? This is not a sentence. This is a life that we are so blessed to live, and we are going to live it to the fullest capacity and the best health. And how are we going to do that? By feeding it good food. So once we got everything mixed, I make sure I stir and get all the bits off the bottom so it doesn't get crispy. I put my lid on, throw it on low, 15 minutes. Don't lift that lid up again. Once that timer goes off, 15 more minutes, 30 minutes in total, okay? So pasta's cooked up. We're going to strain it. We're going to rinse it. We're going to shock it, all right? I need to get a better strainer. I hate this strainer, but I break mine all the time. But anywho, throw it in a bowl. We're going to do a pasta salad. It's going to be super simple. You could add more stuff to it. You could add cheeses. You could add lunch meats. You could add green peppers, yellow peppers, blue peppers. I don't care what pepper you add, broccoli, cauliflower, you name it. You can make it as bulky as you want. This is for me and for my family, so I know for me and mine, it's cucumbers and tomatoes. Now, if this was for a party, I would probably throw in a couple blocks of cheese and cut that up and maybe some like deli salami, the little ones, and just add it to it because it's the Raz, you know, put on the Ritz. But anyways, I throw in a bunch of cucumbers. When I weigh this out for portions, I do not weigh out the vegetable in it. I take that out and I just weigh the noodles. So yeah, I'm going to take some cherry tomatoes. I don't do too many of them because I'm like really the only one who likes them and I really shouldn't even be eating them. Now I'm using a fat-free Italian. Fat-free, okay? It doesn't have to be full. It cannot be full fat. For me, at least. You want to do full fat, baby, do full fat. But I add little by little, and if the girls, when we go to eat it again throughout the week, if it needs more Italian dressing, I add more. But I'd rather have it soaked up. Now, this is the start of the show. This is the Salad Supreme mix. This is the only seasoning we're using. Start off light and add up. Taste as you go. We've been using Salad Supreme mix basically my whole life. All of our family pasta salads were always made with spaghetti noodles and Salad Supreme mix because my Uncle Larry made it like that. And it is a family favorite and we all love it. So, and I thought it would be better just to show you with the one Salad Supreme mix instead of having to have like, 30 different seasonings. They do sell the Salad Supreme mix in bulk at Sam's Club. And it's not only a summer salad, you could eat out throughout. Here's the rice. This is after 30 minutes. And that's how it looks. Again, if you wanted to add green olives and bacon, and you can really make it as elaborate or as minimal as you want. Again, I am going for quick, efficient, budget friendly, tastes good. And I know these are I could eat this and I could still see results. That's the name of the game. Now we're cutting up some fresh fruit. This is not only a meal prep for myself, but also for my family. So I always like to have fresh fruit cut up for the kids. They could take it to lunch. They could snack on it, whatever the case may be. I like for the girls. We didn't really have a lot of fresh fruit growing up. We maybe had like, bananas or an apple or maybe an oranges sometimes. So I try to have like a variety because, I got adult money now and we're spending $8 on a watermelon. I can't help it. They're just so good and it's only a limited time, So anyways, we're going to cut up this watermelon. It lasts. Usually a watermelon lasts this house about 2 days. If it's really hot, sometimes less, sometimes longer. Sometimes they'll eat the whole watermelon in one day and then sometimes they don't want any anymore. You never know with these kids. I got a couple cantaloupes. They were on sale, so I figured I would just cut them up as well so the girls could snack on them, bring them for lunches, bring them for softball, bring them for theater, whatever they got going on. There's fresh fruit to be had and they can keep themselves out of the chips. So we're going to go through, remove all the seeds, and then I'm going to be honest with you, I don't probably cut these that great. I could be better, but I was already, my what is it called? Edward Scissorhand skills were getting a little tired. But yeah, just going ahead and removing the flesh from the cantaloupe off the skin and just throwing it in a bowl. And this is what our meal prep. This is what it looks like. All in all, this took me about 2 hours. Definitely multitasking. I'm definitely like a multiple burner kind of gal. So definitely think that will help. But we got fresh watermelon. Like I said, I had the last few days. We got a ton of rice. This is going to be my last meal. I'm just doing cereal this week. Usually I'll meal prep either cereal or ice cream. I use protein powder in my milk and just add it that way. I did make a chopped salad, and then this is the pasta salad. I haven't been doing like bag lettuce. I've been doing heads of lettuce lately because they've been cheaper, and just prepping them. And you know, the girls have salads, I have salads. Here's the chicken, reheats like a dream. If you don't want to heat it in the microwave, put a little bit of nonstick spray in your pan. Amazing. Cantaloupe is fresh and was so good. And then we have the fresh salmon. What do you guys think? Would you guys try this? Let me know. Quickly, I did want to say this meal prep, the proteins, that's for me. I do still cook every day for my family for like dinners, and I do cook a fresh breakfast. So just a little heads up.